Alright you guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I just want to talk to you briefly about how to teach your dog how to go to the restroom in a specific spot. Matter of fact, I'm not just going to talk about it, I am going to demonstrate this, but I want to talk to you about the benefits of this really quickly. And the biggest benefit of this is just keeping things sanitary and clean, okay? If you have your dog go to the restroom in just one spot and one spot only, cleaning up after the dog is a breeze. And also, this just prevents your entire yard from becoming unsanitary, right? If you don't know where your dog is going to the restroom, you may forget to pick up after the dog or hose the urine down or whatever the case may be. So in this short video, I just want to demonstrate how to teach a dog how to do this. And without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, the first step in this process is going to be to leash the dog. So let me get my dog over here. Little Mac, come here, buddy. There you go. There you go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and take him outside. So step 2 is to walk the dog to wherever it is that you want the dog to go. In this particular example, I'm going to use the side of my house, which is over here where these two corrugated gates are. You can see the little gap because the door's open right there. So I'm going to go ahead and walk the dog on over there, and we'll see you over there. Let's go, bud. Hey, buddy, let's go. All right, so this is the side of my house where I usually have all of the camp dogs go to the restroom. And so what I would do from here is I would just walk the dog into this gate, and I would cut the leash loose, and I would tell the dog to go potty. Now I'm going to do that with my dog. He may not necessarily have to go potty at this time, but the fact remains, I would still let him in here, cut him loose, and then the dog, if the dog needs to go to the restroom, they'll go. Or I might wait here for a few minutes and wait for the dog to go to the restroom. So let me just go ahead and do that now. Come on, bud. Beautiful. I'll just cut the leash loose. I'll tell the dog to go potty. Go potty. And at this point, if he had to do it, he would. Let's see. Looks like he might be looking for some treats, actually. But if the dog actually needed to go to the restroom at this point, he would go. Oh, actually, he's going, but I don't think you can see this. All right, good job, buddy. Yes, very nice. Here you go. Very good. So let me just go ahead and carry the camera on over there and show you where he went to the restroom. And you can see it's wet right there along the wall. And that's all it really encompasses. Now, if you don't necessarily have a confined space like this, and you just have one area of the yard, then I would walk him to that area, but I would not necessarily cut him off the leash. I would actually keep him on the leash and just have him go to the restroom whatever corner of the yard it is that I want him to go to the restroom. And yeah, this is a tedious process. It will take a lot of time for the dog to learn this. And also, it's not a bulletproof concept, okay? So even though you teach the dog to go to one spot, it requires you to walk the dog there constantly all the time. Now, if the dog's free in the yard, like, he may go wherever he wants to go. And if your dog is a marker, he may want to pee on something. But the idea here is that you can get your dog to do the majority of their restroom breaks in a given spot, which in turn kind of makes it a little easier to just clean up after the dog. And also odor control, right? The more the dog goes in one particular spot, the easier it is to clean up after the dog, and we prevent our yard from smelling like number 1 and number 2. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up inside. All right, you guys, a couple final notes. Like I mentioned outside, this is really fantastic, but you got to be an integral part of this process, okay? You have to walk the dog out to the spot all the time. If you stop walking the dog out to the specific spot, they may want to wander off and go to the restroom in another area of the yard. So it's very important that in this process, you continue to walk the dog out, and the dog will start to learn through anticipation and repetition, and the dog will start running over to that spot, and you'll be able to eventually get away from the leash. All right, but if you remove yourself from this process, the dog may start to wander off and start going to the restroom in other places of the yard. So be mindful of that, okay? Also, it's not a one and done kind of situation. Let's just say that you teach your dog to go to this one spot, right? And you do that. And then you want to hang out with your dog out in the backyard. They may eventually, go pee somewhere else. But the idea here, like I mentioned outside, is that you're consistently getting your dog to go in one spot a majority of the time. And this just helps out with sanitary purposes and keeping your yard nice and clean and not letting your dog kind of just go wherever they want and creating a yard that eventually down the road smells like pee and poop. So anyways, I hope that you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.